Alright guys, welcome back to the Raw series, episode 23, 24? I don't even remember. Today's topic is slavery. I'm kidding, it's not slavery. We're talking about journaling today. Before I get to that, the protocol today has been done. It's an off day for me. I ate food, Duolingo, looking at other stuff for YouTube. I didn't do any boxing today because of my calves. I'm not sure if anyone knows about that, but they're injured. But I ended up doing I think I did 150 sit-ups and a light workout after that. So just chill on today. I'm gonna do some stretching and massaging later. And now I'm doing this, which is fantastic. I mentioned my other videos. I'm gonna be more specific with the topics I talk about each Raw episode. So today's topic is about journaling. Now I don't know if you guys watch any of my other videos, but I spoke the other day about doing it a lot when I was growing up for multiple reasons, and then I stopped because I felt like it was doing nothing for me. Now, recently, I've been forcing myself back into journaling, and I actually see benefits, which is insane. I mean, I know there's truth to it, but this is just how I understand it at the moment. So, if you are struggling with anxiety, depression, lack of clarity, lack of direction, emotional regulating emotion regulating, I don't know how to say that, and all those kind of things, things I've gone through as well, then I do suggest strongly that you get into it, you know. And I don't know exactly the science behind it, but say you are like me and I have a lot of trauma, a lot of emotional things going in my mind, a lot of chaos in my life, a lot of drama, and my nervous system, my brain just can't handle it, and I might snap emotionally or shut down emotionally. This is what it's helped me with. So essentially, I write a lot about gratitude. Ask yourself honestly, because it ain't gonna work if you're not honest. Ask yourself honestly, when is the last time you felt truly grateful, just in that position that you are? You could be having a bad day. Someone could have spilled coffee on you, whatever it was. Can you really snap back into being grateful after that? Like, can you look at the sky after someone's poured hot coffee on you and said, you know what, it's a beautiful day? And you think that might be common for people to do that, but lately I'm seeing a downfall of that happening and becoming less and less common, and people becoming more and more negative. And I was one of those people. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm super realistic when it comes to things and always think about the worst shit that could happen and all that kind of stuff. So writing about that for me, specifically gratitude, has helped a lot. Like, I can really see past things, and the true meaning of it's not that deep actually comes into play, and it actually feels like it's actually not that deep when it comes to it. Pause. But essentially, that's worked out for me. And the first couple of times I was writing, I was like, I still feel like shit. But lately, I've actually noticed I push a lot of small things aside. I'm like, yeah, it's annoying, but it's a beautiful day. Or I still got toes. That's a really weird one, but I, my toes are numb. But anyway, that's another story. But I hope you try to understand what I'm trying to say. That it is important to express gratitude and practice it. If you're not religious or anything like that, this should be your new religion. It just makes you more likable as well as a person. The other big reason why I decided to get back into it is the lack of clarity and the lack of direction I have. I mentioned a lot that growing up, I've been molded into everyone else's perspective and everyone else's expectations and standards, and I have created zero path for myself. People that know me, they might think this guy he's done it, but I genuinely have just been so influenced. So I've started writing about it. This is going to be my biggest problem in life. It could be your biggest problem in life, that you don't know what you want to do. Like, the thing is, like, I know if I do something and I do it long enough, I will get better. But if I don't know what I want to do, I'm just like a lost puppy, just staring at the unlimited options that we have. So how I basically help with the lack of clarity and direction is I write down things that I don't like. I don't want to be stuck in a 9 to 5. I don't want to be stuck in an unhealthy relationship or a toxic family situation or friendship groups. I don't want to struggle with my day-to-day activities like walking or getting up from bed. That comes into health. And the reason why it's so important, like for me, I didn't know what I wanted, right? And then I was reading more about it. I'm like, damn, I should write more about what I don't want. And then you can reverse that to like, okay, I want to be healthy because I don't want to be struggling to get out of bed every morning or struggling to walk up a hill with my grandkids, something like that. Just for an example. So I still don't know completely what I want to do. I don't have complete clarity, but it's definitely cleared some shit up for me, and it will definitely clear up a lot of shit for you as well if you practice it. Like, I've been doing it for like 20 days now, 20 plus days, and it's definitely honing the vision in, which is exactly what a lot of people my age, young men, young women, need. Not everyone grew up in a way that they knew exactly what they wanted to do. A lot of fortune, like, I always look at people that like, I always wanted to be this growing up, or all that kind of shit, and they know what they want and they're going after it. I will always be like, honestly and truthfully, like, envious of that. But we're on our different journeys, and this is how I'm gonna try my best to ensure that I gain some clarity on that. But yeah, that's basically the problems. If you're not regulating well with your emotions, if you lack clarity, you're lacking peace, you're lacking direction, I strongly suggest you start journaling, start practicing gratitude, writing down just small details. If you don't know what you want long term, like I didn't know what I want long term, I just wrote down what I think I would want to do day to day in my future vision. So I didn't even mention I wrote like visualization. So like you dream about your perfect day, like you wake up, you have a good meal, you do work that you feel fulfilled in, and then you enjoy the afternoon connecting or doing something that you love, and that's the first step, I think, into finding that clarity and helping with that self discovery. Look, I'm no expert, but I'm just telling you that's helped me out a lot. But that's it for today. There's probably hundreds of things that I missed out on, other problems that journaling could help you with, and I'm sure you guys are smart enough, whoever's watching me, to go out and look into it yourself too. I'm not the perfect teacher, but I can definitely tell you my experience, and it's been good. It's not a habit that I want to drop again. Unless I get to a point where I'm like pretty fulfilled in life and I don't need a journal to give me clarity. Maybe sometimes I get real angry and I'll need to write something down. My goal is to get to a point where I just have a journal to tell me, like, write down things I need to do for the day, and express gratitude. Those are the only two main things that I really want to achieve. But that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.